So my question is that what is one aspect of like filming with Supernatural that you wish that you'd be able to like take to every other project that you work on? And what's one aspect of like the Supernatural family that you wish could like be put out more into the world?
Well, I think working on the show, we have a really tight crew. So you know, anytime that you kind of get to show up to work and your friends are there is obviously an infinitely better working experience. So I think taking that with me would be really, if I even could, would be very fortunate. I think, I'm sure you guys all know, and Jared and Jensen talk about it a lot, but this experience of being on this show and 15 years for them and the final season, it's the first time I've got to say that, so. Yeah, the final season, it's just to take away that kind of family experience and seeing your friends every day would be, you know, would be so lucky to have that again. But that will probably not happen again, where this kind of run has happened. And then I think the most obvious thing that, you know, if we could take anything away from this show and this experience is 100 times out of 100 times this. So, you know, your guys' friendship and what, you know, the show does for people and how people are able to help each other would be, I mean, if more people were Supernatural fans, then the world would probably be a little bit better. So, yeah.
So we all know that Jared, Jensen, and I dare say Nisha are huge pranksters.
And huge pain in the ass, yes. Yes, of
course. So my question is that, do you ever try hard to stay in character while they're shooting, but you know you always be laughing, but...
Every single day I try. And every single day is a struggle. So have you guys seen the new season yet? Yeah! Someone's like, boo. No, so in the first episode, spoiler, I have crazy cool white sunglasses.
Killing it. You're killing it. You're killing it.
No, Jack's dead. He's killing it. He's dead, gone.
Not funny. It's too soon. Too soon.
No. I think we can joke about it. But basically, in that like first episode, as Belphegor is, you know, come alive and possess Jack's body, I basically it was like a 5-page scene. So immediately I'm like, I get the pages and I'm like, oh no, because he talks for like the whole scene and he just rattles off this information. And Ruth can attest because she was there for this as well. But basically, I give all this information and then I talk and just the pranks were. It wasn't just pranks. It was just like a lot of talking and Jared and Jensen peppering in little interruptions. It was easily the hardest day of work I've ever done. I've fake killed people on TV. I've stolen vehicles, I've walked around half naked, but this, not by choice, people. And that was easily like the hardest day of work I ever had. Like I like went home and I was just like. So yeah, great times. I try to remain professional, but you know. All right, thanks.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
So, excluding season 15, what was the hardest scene for you to film? Like 1 through 14, because I...
Yeah, 1 through 14.
I'm not fast.
Yeah,
1 through 14, I can't, I'm not responsible for...
Oh, 13. 13.
Oh, I was like, I'm not responsible for literally like a decade's worth of work. Sorry?
Were you born?
I was not alive at that point.
Were you born?
I was literally born for season 12, episode whatever, and I was like out of the womb and just ready to go.
I can do a different question. I can say your favorite scene.
My favorite scene?
So far.
I really like any time I get to do any of the stunts, which is very rare, because for 2 seasons, all my stunts look like this. Stunt! So that's, that kind of sucked because I was really looking forward to being like, all right, like do some training and like I'll get to like work with the stunt guys, and they're always like, yeah, stand on the X, and when we say action, just throw your hand up. But I'm like, cool, thanks guys. So last season when I didn't have any powers, you know, I got to do a little more that way, which I enjoyed. So I guess a fun one from last year was when, couldn't tell you the episode, but basically I get to chop a guy's head off and I get in a little skirmish with the guy who had the snake.
Oh yeah.
Remember when I adopted that snake for no reason?
Yeah!
Me too. They were like, yeah, give the kid a snake, like, why not? I'm like, cool, thanks guys. But yeah, I really enjoyed that because I got to chop a guy's head off and I got to do some sort of like action other than, you know, being like the guy who's at Walmart, you know, being like, making the doors open. So that was really fun for me.
Cool, thank you.
Thanks.